Right, okay, so greetings fellow captains and welcome back to World of Warships Legends with the Hive Hand. Now, I'll be honest with you, it has been a little while since I've made any content and lots of stuff going on with work and at home and life being really busy, and I was like, right, okay, it's time to kick back into gear. 100% still play the game most days. I still really enjoy it. Obviously, most of my content has been based around competitive stuff, but there's been a bit of a slowdown in between the Super Cup and Ocean Cup 4, which is essentially kicking off sort of right now. But I was doing a bit of research whilst I was like, right, okay, let's see what's going on in the World of Warships Legends. Let's see what people are talking about, what's interesting. And then I thought, you know what, why not, whilst I'm watching these videos, why not record them? Why not review the reviewers and see what I think people are doing well, see what people aren't doing well, and hopefully help me guide myself back on the path to once again making enjoyable content. So I was looking at like relevance, and this one kind of jumped out at me. Everyone knows I'm a bit of a cruiser fan, and Spartan just a few days ago puts up, "This is why I don't play cruisers anymore in World of Warships Legends," and I thought that might actually be quite an interesting topic, specifically with me at the moment at least diving a bit deeper into destroyer play, which hopefully we'll get some content out over the next couple of days on my road to becoming a destroyer main. but yeah, I thought this video looked interesting. I've not watched it. This is going to be like my live reactions, live takes to it. I hope Spartan's not going to be upset with me for doing this. Me and Spartan tend to get along pretty well, although we haven't talked in a while. Because I've kind of been AFK from the whole scene for the last couple of months. But yeah, let's get into this. So obviously we're starting off with this screen. We've got Norman Scott Kuznetsov. No, that's Von Essen, I believe. I could be completely wrong. He's basically showing his build. That this is very, very, very AP focused. You've got punch through. What's that, fixated? That's the range, fully packed. But alright, let's see what Spartan's got to say about cruisers. Hello!
World of Blowouts. My name is SpartanElite43, and tonight I present to you the Cleveland.
The Cleveland.
Now,
World
a
of
lot of people have been
Blowouts.
asking for cruisers.
So I'm
lately,
guessing
and
this is
there's a
going to go
simple
bad.
reason why I don't play cruisers. Is it because I'm bad in them? Hell no. Sorry for my language. I think hell is acceptable.
Hell's
Hell
fun.
no. I'm not bad in cruisers. For God's sakes, I'm actually decent in cruisers. Problem is, I can't.
I guess we're about to find out.
To make interesting videos for you guys in cruisers. And this is going to be a perfect example. Now, obviously, when you see the results of this game, you're going to go, well, Spartan, what do you mean you can't do enough fast enough? Look at what you did during this match. Yes, but if you look at the match, I added the build to the front, which lasts, I don't know, like 7 or 8 seconds or something like that. And
How long did it last? Let's have a look. Yeah, he did add 7 or 8 seconds to the video. So I'm guessing this match is going to be over pretty quickly.
10 minutes long. That's the problem.
Still over 10 minutes.
Every darn game I play is a blowout. There is no ifs, ands, or...
In all fairness, like, that's a YouTube algorithm thing. Like, honestly, like, if a video's under 10 minutes, yeah, they seem to get sort of dipped off to the side, like 10 minutes. I think it's got something to do with how many mid-roll ads they can force down your throat. I'm not gonna lie, I fell for it. I got YouTube Premium. So sick of ads. So sick of Joe Rogan trying to sell me hormone replacement therapies, and Elon Musk trying to give me business tips from some fake ass AI nonsense. So yeah, 100%. Well, that's just an interesting little sidebar.
But when I play cruisers, I long for a game where I get to sit there behind an island and I have teammates spotting for me, battleships tanking damage so that I can do what DPM cruisers do best, which is light the world on fire.
As a cruiser player, I can 100% get behind this. I mean, the amount of times as a cruiser player, you come out, you do, and he's doing what you're supposed to be doing. You want to be like getting out on the flank, like keeping your battleships sort of behind you, like everything should be focused on the battleships, so you should be telling. And the amount of times I'm just sitting out over here, you can see my mouse, I'm just sitting out over here by myself, twiddling my thumbs whilst this destroyer's decided to go over to A to help the other destroyer because he can't spot anything because he's hiding in smoke. Oh my god. Yeah, I feel you.
Whatsoever. I got a spot with my face, which is not ideal in a light cruiser, let alone a Cleveland. But and then I ended up losing a lot of health early on, staying alive, and then doing mediocre damage somewhere in the 60 to 70,000 damage. But right out the gate, you've already got
I tend to do a little bit better than that in general, but I do just play
cruisers. The guy
cruisers.
behind me slapped the ever-living crap out of that Georgia. The Maya's going to be completely useless to his team, and it is the prime example as to what's wrong with cruiser players in most games. But we're going to put ourselves in the position to do our job. Now, this is something that
I'm predicting, and you get these, particularly with like Japanese cruisers. Like, yeah, they are very agile. They're very good at like kiting away. But kiting away, you're not doing anything for your team unless you're getting focused. And when they're sitting back, like, you know, he's already 15 kilometers out and already turning out. You know, yes, he'll have the range to fire back in, but if nobody's even attempting to shoot you, it's
a lot of
freaking pointless.
Don't do and refuse to do, and I understand it. I do. Trust me, I understand why cruiser players don't play like this, because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get any support. But
you
want to play to win, sometimes you got to do stupid stuff. And this is one of those things. All right, I'm in a radar cruiser. My #1 priority at the beginning of the match, A, to stay alive, but B, to help get rid of the destroyer. We know that there's a destroyer in the cap right now. We're already trying to burn down the Georgia. Our Keith decided to throw a smoke screen here and is sitting in it and begging to be torpedoed. Fortunately for him, the torpedoes ran out just before they got to him. But I'm going to put myself, and they may have...
Like, this is what we're saying, like, about bad play. So, like, yeah, his cruiser's here in front of him, but his cruiser's in smoke and sitting in the smoke. So he's not spotting anything. Basically, it made Spartan useless because he's got nothing to see. But these 2 battleships, useless, so he's got nothing to see. So honestly, like, cruiser players, like, as a cruiser, like, main, like, I play a lot of cruisers, it's got nothing to do with the battleships on your team. 99% of the time, it's your DDs, and, like, bad DD players, man, they irk me.
I've actually been deep water torps. I think it's a Gajimata. I think Gajimata may have a deep water torpedo.
It was a Gajimata.
But, we've got another fire. I mean, we've already put 4 fires in this game, right? Here you can see I am radaring the Gajimata because we do have a Keith here. He's in a smoke screen. He should be able to shoot this guy. Now, you got to remember, when you use your radar, it does take 5 seconds nowadays because Wargaming, in their infinite wisdom, decided that do one thing to remove these super stealthy destroyers should be delayed for your teammates. But I digress. We do manage to help get around the...
I think it was a bit of a mistake on Spartans. But, like, he's dead. He's gone. But, yeah, he should have... Like, if you're playing a cruiser, you 100% want to make sure you've got shots on what you're going to radar, particularly as that first 5 seconds has been changed so it, you know, no longer spots them for your team. Like, yeah, and it was a bit of a mistake, but that's a minor point. He's complaining about playing his cruisers, so we'll him off. There we go.
And now we get to see
that Georgia just got absolutely slapped.
Absolutely ridiculous. Tell me you're a damage build Georgia without telling me you're a damage build Georgia. Watch this shell. Blink. 5,100 damage from 1 shell. Bullshit. Bull crap. Dude hit me with 3 shells and took like half my hit points. That's bull crap. But in quick succession, we have removed...
like, just to go back, the Maya, that was... Yeah, he's gone. He's out of there. I'll
One
be
of their
surprised
destroyers,
if
we
you'll
have
see next time you
removed
see him,
one of
he'll
their
be
prolific
like up
battleships,
here.
and we have put ourselves in a position to help capture the base. This is what starts the ruffle stop. I don't know what else to say. Like, people have got to play smarter. If that destroyer had had a little bit better support, would he have survived? Who knows? If the Georgia hadn't been a complete numpty sailing broadside waiting to die, would he have survived? Probably.
Yeah, 100%. If that Georgia hadn't have lost, if that Georgia was still here, still behind this island with its nose pointing in, there's no way in hell Spartan would have pushed around right on him and just like melted him. Like but he did anyway. But like he should have been destroyed. But this guy just absolutely plumbed it, left himself broadside. You know. Yeah, he still takes a big chunk of Spartan's health, but yeah, like nothing much.
If the Maya hadn't just turned tail and run at the first sign of trouble, could he have been useful to his teammates?
Yeah, the Maya could have fired a bunch of torps into you.
But these are the little things that add up to raffle stomps, right? Everybody asks, well, what can wargaming do about it? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what wargaming can do. But I do know this. I keep talking about it because it is a problem. And I know that a lot of you guys don't necessarily contribute to the raffle stumps, unless, of course, you're on the giving side of it. But I'm just saying, like, these little moments at the beginning of the match where you are able to push and create these sorts of scenarios where you just completely annihilate. And they've lost both their destroyers already. 5 minutes in the game, both of the enemy destroyers is gone. Oh, and they just happen to have an Amagi who went AFK.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Next time that Maya will be spotted and be back up here. 100%. Like, he done nothing to attract fire.
Well, maybe he disconnected. We don't know. We don't know the answer. Look at the Maya, though. The Maya's going to try to be cheeky here, but I already know I'm shooting at this Amagi to get some fires going. You can see Maya's coming. I go ahead and I load up the AP. Why? Because the AP on any cruiser is fully capable of yeeting another cruiser. Yes, we're a light cruiser, but we're sending a lot of shells downrange.
Honestly, people sleep on
right?
AP on cruisers a lot.
FAFO. If you don't know what that means, look it up. Right?
I'm going to have to Google that. I'll leave that one for chat can educate me.
Cruiser player.
No, he's not smarter than the average cruiser player. This is just bad cruiser playing in general. Like, sitting out at the back. Like, this works if you're doing a lot of damage. But, like, he fired, like, a couple of shells per here when he escaped. He fired once or twice at Spartan when he was up over here. Then he came back across, got a salvo off, got shot at, bloody flipped around. The Japanese cruiser, its gun turret traverses like 30 seconds. Might as well be a battleship at that point, because the time between that salvo and his next one is going to be so huge. He's not doing anything. What he needs to be doing is getting in amongst these islands, getting like torpedoes across, like stopping these guys from pushing forward, because like they're already halfway through the map and they're gonna create a crossfire and just frickin' wipe everything out.
We're gonna try to put ourselves. We are getting the permafire on the AFK player.
He done a hound.
We are gonna try to burn him down again. I don't know what's going on.
Who put that
island
there?
A sandwich. I don't know if his kid fell down a flight of stairs. I don't know what's going on. I just know he's AFK, so he's not necessarily my prime target. But if he wakes up, he can absolutely send me to the Shadow Realm. So the sooner he goes, the better. When I see an AFK ship, I like to get rid of it. Obviously, I'll prioritize somebody that's a bigger threat at the moment, but if there's nobody else, I will absolutely farm them for damage and get rid of them, because you never know when they're going to wake up.
Yeah, 100% true. Like, he could shoot at the Maya, but honestly, there's no point. As soon as he fires the gun, Maya's just going to go, pull a handbrake turn, and disappear again, and then wait another, like... There's absolutely no point in chasing down players like these. This is like the biggest mistake you can do. When you've got one of these players, honestly, just throw a salvo at them. They'll disappear for the next 2 minutes, and just forget about them. Just ignore them completely.
He could have just simply disconnected. He's trying to get back into the game right now. Who knows? But I digress. There's going to be some angry comment. I can already hear you guys seething in the mouth. Going, Spartan, you shouldn't say stuff like that. It's a joke, folks. What is the thing that everybody always says when somebody's AFK? It's always the same stuff. Well, you don't know. Life happens, Spartan. Maybe at the precise moment that he pressed A to join the game, his house caught on fire, his wife gave birth, and his child broke its leg. You don't know, Spartan. Could be anything. He could have a valid excuse. 99% of the time, it is literally just a goofy player that doesn't want to play the game.
Yeah, I've literally like seen this happen, and you can do it in games as well. You'll see an AFK player, like click on them, go through their profile, they're playing something else. They've just got, nah, you know what? Screw this game. I'm off to play Minecraft. I'm gonna play Barbie's Dream House in 4K on my PlayStation 5. So yeah, this is something like I generally like. I try to give players like the benefit of a doubt a lot of times. Like there's a whole bunch of reasons why people are bad at the game, but like yeah, even my patience has run somewhat thin.
99% of the time. Now here's a prime example of a cruiser getting shot by a destroyer that should know that there are torpedoes on the way, but he ends up taking a torpedo, loses half his hit points.
Yeah, I think that was that was a bad call, right? Okay, because if we look at this Prince Eugen here, all right, let's go back a little bit. Right, yeah, there's the DD.
Anything, he could have a valid excuse. 99% of the
DD's
time,
finest tops.
Literally just a goofy
The DD
player that
opens
doesn't
up his
wanna play
guns, and the Prince Eugen, watch him now. He will start
99% of the
turning
time.
in.
Now here's a prime example
there we go.
of a cruiser getting shot by a destroyer
Like,
that should know.
that's really close proximity there. Like, I think that's a bit of an unfair call. That DD sitting right around the corner in the smoke. Like, the DD was stupid by opening up his guns. If the DD didn't make this guy aware, he probably would have hit 2 or 3 torps. But like, yeah, he's not doing anything bad.
Torpedoes on the way, but he ends
They're
up
just
taking a
so close
torpedo, loses
range.
half his hit points. He starts engaging our destroyer, but now he's in a crossfire between everybody on our team. He's kind of put himself in a nasty position. So we're going to try to take.
He has put himself in a bad position, but like, he's surrounded. This Maya is still. This guy's chasing that Maya, which, in all fairness, at this point, maybe it's the right thing to do. But like, honestly, just ignore that guy. Like,
I think that the cruiser, the Cleveland doesn't do well is land long-range shells. These shells are extremely floaty, kind of not quite as bad as Atlanta, but in that same wheelhouse, right? It's difficult on a nimble target to land shells consistently.
yeah,
you can chalk that up to inexperience. I haven't played the Cleveland in a long time, so it's been a while. I don't play these light cruisers all that often, simply just due to the fact.
like, honestly, I think this is probably more like noticeable on cruisers. Like, yeah, like I can forgive a battleship player for not being all that great in a cruiser, because like shell velocities change so much between like nations. Like, yeah, you take a shot in a Cleveland and you take a shot in a Stalingrad or a Talon. Like, they are completely different. They're worlds apart in their like trajectory, their speed. Like, it's a massive difference. It's definitely harder with like floaty ships. But I play a lot of British cruisers, and like the one thing I will never ever do or advocate for is doing anything to give you more range on your shells in a British cruiser, because as much as I love them, but like if you're shooting at anything over 12 kilometers away, you're like, you might as well like send them a postcard, because that'll arrive at the same time as the shells will. It's absolutely ridiculous, and yeah, the Cleveland's probably a little bit better at the longer range stuff, purely because you got like accuracy by volume. But yeah.
While they are occasionally interesting,
I feel his pain. I understand this.
Watching either your team or their team throw as quickly as humanly possible, and you end up with 50 or 60,000 damage.
That's a bad shot. That should miss. He was slowed down.
Happens to the rest of it, I mean,
but you kind of
Eugen's
understand
right?
why
like,
he does
he's
it.
Not gonna have it. And then you see the New Jersey. He's just sailing broadside, waiting to get yeeted, and somebody's obviously going to to appease him. You know, they're like,
So yeah, for like bad, like this really isn't why I don't play cruisers anymore. This is genuinely like a, oh my god, the player base is so bad. It makes cruisers, playing cruisers, like not be fun. Like honestly, like not to bully this guy, but this Maya has literally stayed in that top corner the entire game, done absolutely nothing to slow these down. Yeah, it's like an absolute wasted ship. And then you had the AFK Marquee. So like the enemy team were 2 ships down before this match even started, and then they lost both their DDs within the first couple of minutes. It's like, it's bad DD players, man. Like, that's what it is. It's bad. If somehow you could grant every single DD player just 3 more IQ points, this game would be a lot more fun.
like, oh, he's just going to sail broadside. We're going to absolutely beat you. He shoots at the battleship to my left.
That New Jersey is looking at you, Spartan. You keep him bowing. That's fine.
AA mounts. And then we hit a few shells into the superstructure, hoping to finish him off. But unfortunately, we end up leaving him with just enough for the Massachusetts to get the kill. But there you go. Hope you guys had fun. This was a cruiser gameplay. Woo! So much fun, wasn't it? Did we do our job? Absolutely. Is it glorious? No. Is it fun? Occasionally. But these games just don't last long enough to make cruiser play interesting anymore. Like, it used to be, you used to get into matches where it's all battleships, you got spotting all day long because every plane spots for you. Now you don't have that, so most of the time it's just a bunch of people running around at the back of the map doing nothing, and you have no spotting, and you have to spot with your face in a light cruiser, which is never ideal. But 87,000 damage, we did our job. I don't know what else I could have done.
Excuse me. You know, the absolute worst thing about that is that Maya player is going to be ranting about the rest of his team, saying, I couldn't carry hard enough because of, like, and in all fairness, I do not think this is a typical game. Like, no way. Like zero, yeah, the Amarki was AFK. Like, New Jersey, was that the New Jersey that he killed at the end? That New Jersey literally done nothing the entire match. That Gadjamade was one of the first things to die, followed by that Georgia, and somehow that guy, the last but one ship alive, did absolutely nothing. But then they did lose the DD that side, so what can they do? But like, yeah, like, wow. So, a very fun and entertaining video, 100%. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to stop giving the player base such kind reviews, should we say. But, like, yeah. I don't know what to make of this. Like, is that a reason not to play cruisers anymore? Like, no, 100%. That's just happened to be an absolutely blow up, like absolutely horrific game for the enemy team. And like, oh, I don't know. We need to watch some more. Maybe I need to do more reviews, but 100% it's a really entertaining video. The language, the energy, absolutely stellar job, which I guess we've all come to get from Spartan. And
done better there.
No salt. There was very little salt content in there at all. So yeah, that's me done. But I'm calling it there. So thank you very much for stopping by. I do hope you enjoyed my review of the reviewers. I'm going to do these a bit more, I think. I'm going to give Spartans Why I Don't Play Cruisers Anymore in World of Warships a 3 out of 10 for actual legitimate reasons why you don't play cruisers anymore. but you got a solid 9 for entertainment there. A solid 9. But yeah, thank you very much for stopping by. And of course, until next time, take care.